Hello everyone, welcome to the series of tutorials. Now we're going to do nose. Let's save the file as nose. So what reason we are working on? We're going to create nose. So we're going to connect the nose here and into these two loops. So let's study the loops. We're going to create nose till here and then this loop. We have this loop. We don't have this loop. Yeah, this is the loop. And then if I just roughly draw and practice the loop on top of, so that's how it will come. So this is just the rough planning in the head. Let's get started. It's the same way we do. Let's take a plane. We'll start from here. Extrude W, scale, snap to the grid, and let's separate this part. Extract faces. Now it's a different polygon. History delete. Shift P, and let's hide everything else. Let's not bother about the rest of the body parts. Control H. Let's only think about one part at a time. Let's go to the side view, pull it back, extrude again, move to the, we are having issue, should not be that. If you press 3, we can select the extruded part, vertices, that's the part that is very straight. So this is our side. Okay, that's good. Let's keep our reference image in the side. Let's pull it. We need one loop in between. That should do. And the next is so basically it goes down like this. That should do. I'm just calling here and just extrude from there. So let's work from the side and it will come all the way, let's say here, extreme point. Going good so far. Let's pull it back a little. There is a definition. The bottom part of the corner part of the nose comes out and it's like a little fluffy part. Let's say we need a loop like this here. Okay, we can put some loop in between. So his nose is pretty much flat. In some part or in some reference, we see this part a little like this. But he got a flat nose. So let's stick with it. That's it. Do it for now. If you see from here to here, there are two loops. I think there is two loop, and we are working from here. That should do the job for now. And let's get everything all the way to the here. So we had this. Let's change the color. The blue loop. This is important. This is what will define the shape of the nose which comes out. So let's extrude this part only, and there might be two loops in between, so I'm just putting one right now and finish the nose. I'm just getting the overall structure, you can say. This is way too far, these need to be very close, almost straight from the side view. Okay, that should do. If you see in the perspective, that should do. Okay, we need one loop here, the extreme point, and many loops here. We'll just keep on putting as we'll just put as what we gonna need. This part is pretty much done, and so here are like one and two loops. One, two, we got the second loop, and in this we don't have that loop, the one I drew, the blue one. So we'll just go with this new topology. So how it's gonna work, let's say, how are we gonna do that? Let's extrude that. Too much to extrude, everything is okay, press 3. Okay, this is the loop we were talking about. It goes straight, almost straight. It goes here and it goes here. In the side view, it should be going down, and it should go something like this. That's cool. Let's extrude one more time. And in the side view, let's merge the vertices here. That should be like this, and it should be going inside the nose from here, this point. Maybe we don't need this. Okay, let's extrude this part only. Let's get the top of the nose. We have extruded the loop. Press W and move. In the side view, it should be coming down. And everything goes all the way down. It's more into a side view. Somehow the extrude edge is not working properly. and one more extrude. Let's do one more extrude and finish the basic shape. Let's say it should go till here and this much from the front. On the side it should look like this, and from the front let's slide it and it should be like this much, and this should be more. We're getting our shape slowly. And it goes here. Let's see the perspective. This is too close. Somehow this is just a mistake. Okay, let's work in the perspective and get the basic shape out here. So what happens, this loop goes down and this stays up, which creates the nose shape. We might need one more loop. Let this loop just disappear and goes to the corner. We'll do that later. And let's check it from the side. This basically goes inside. And stays here. And one loop should go inside it from here as well. Let's turn on the lips. Maybe this. So we will add another loop in the lip here. This goes here and we need one loop between his to this. So if I'm just thinking of the possibility, this can go here. Okay. Okay, we need a closed loop like this. And this is not closed, this is very far. We need to figure out to connect this part. Let's say this goes here and we had another loop and delete this. This is supposed to be in the center and it can go more back here. Let's rearrange everything. This can go more towards here. Now we're getting our shape. So the crucial part was this additional loop you can see here, and we also turned it inside from here. This is how I make most of the time. And this one closed loop is important to create a crease here. This will give the volume. I think maybe I'm in a bit of a complex way. See, we're getting the shape slowly. Now we need to figure out to connect this and this. Now this part can goes all the way like this. Somehow we don't show the selection. Yes, now we can. We bridged it and that should do it. Let's take this in center. This is not easy to achieve this way actually, because you don't have the other part of the face. Now all you need to do is to extrude it inside. Let's have a little volume here. This is important. Okay, this needed to be a little outside. This is two, and they needed to be a little inside. We're pretty much done here. So we are pretty much have made our nose. I will go a step further and extrude the loops. Extrude plus one. We're supposed to have one more extra loop here. We can have that, and this loop can go to the side. Here we got an extra loop, and from the side we can have more details. This goes back and define the shape. We needed an extra loop here. In the video further, we will know why we needed this extra loop. Meanwhile, let's shape it, and this will join here. That's it. This is good. Let's turn on the eye. This can connect somewhere in between. We are not connecting the part of eye and nose yet, or the lips. We'll have a separate video on that. Like, we might not need this loop. And this loop needs to be here. If it connects here, this connect here, there will be a loop here, which will connect at this point. Okay, we're not messing around right now. We'll do that later. Let's focus on the nose for now. This part is done. How it's gonna connect. So this part, yeah, this will come at like this, and this will connect here. Let's check the side view. Seems okay. We might need another loop here, but we'll just work with this what we have right now. And we can have more loops going up. So we need to understand which loops goes there. So we have two loops here and here. One loop will connect to the first loop here, and the second loop here connects to the second loop of the bottom eye. So if we see here, the second loop connects to the second part of the bottom eye, first connect to the first. And from here, it goes all the way round and to the mid part of the eye. So this is where we will make our 5 point. We'll get to that point. So we can have two more loops here, at least for now. One till here. From the side, it should match here. And this part goes here and it blends slowly. Let's blend them, and we can extrude one more part which goes till here, which is almost like so. We might need one more loop here just to connect the nose properly. We didn't went with the number of loops we needed for the eye. We stayed with the minimum. So we'll do that later. I'm just leaving it here, and maybe the second loop can go all the way around to the eyes. Meanwhile, let's blend it. Let's have a final look and see if we need any. Okay, so this part is pretty much flat. We need to work that. We have got our loop properly. So let's duplicate and see how it's things. It's like duplicate Control D minus axis scale. This is pretty bad. Let's combine the loops, merge vertices, and what press 3, what didn't merge. Merge to center, it's not working. And let's delete the history. Merge to center, something is wrong. Let's turn off the symmetry and merge to center. Because of the symmetry, it wasn't working. Let's turn on the symmetry and keep going. Now let's work on our nose from this. Let's see this part. So we have definitely went a bit far on this part. This need to be somewhere here. This goes in. Let's reshape it. Let's see the side view. Everything seems at the right place, but still the shape is not there. We need a little work. So we can see this part is pretty much flat. And if you see the nose, I got a pretty flat nose. We have this nice curve coming. So let's try to get that nice curve and save our file before that. Okay, and let's take this in the middle. We might need one more loop, but don't. This can do the miracle. Let's just push the loops until we get our desired output. Component mode, just press it down. So this part was needed, so we can have a judgment on our nose. This is where it blends with the cheek. This part is way too big. Let's squeeze it. Looks a little better. We're getting the shape slowly. We have this still here. What I want is a little different, but let's stick with the design. This nose is fine for the design. Let's tweak a little bit more and we're done. Maybe we can have another loop here. Let's see. There are two loops, but the one is just converting back inside. So let's, this is decent amount of loop. Just arrange it properly and you'll get the shape. And it's simple. More time you spend, the better output you will get. So you need, if you're working from scratch, you need to spend more time to get a better output. Spend more time, look from different angle, look for more references. You will get a better output. All you need to improve your observation, different types of nose, different types of topology is needed for the different kind of nose, different shapes. Some shape come up with different loops. We need to experiment. All depends upon practice. So that's it, guys. I would just call it a day right now. I can work a little bit more, 5 minutes on here, just to improve the shape, but it's decent. That's it, guys. We'll meet again in the next video. Or I'm not sure what part we're going to work next. We'll see that.